And before that, we played a sci-fi. I think the sci-fi is like 4 or 5 years old. JaySmoke, put together that sci-fi with some others, and then evangelists, and lots of others. And he just telling me that they shot this year's sci-fi today before he came to the studio. So with me today, I call him the captain, the pioneer, the leader. He's been championing about gospel for God knows how long. I mean, I think I've known him for like 8 to 10 years, and he's been doing about gospel. I don't know why he doesn't give up. JaySmoke, welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me.
Perfect. When we came on TV, this is the first time I've meeting you.
I know.
We used to talk about gospel a lot. Yes.
Definitely.
So welcome.
Thank you so much, man.
So last week we started a topic, a very interesting topic that myself and my team of producers have agreed that we want to make a statement to urban gospel before we move from that topic. So this week we decided that since you are the captain,
okay, say that
we bring you. So we have a chit chat more on urban gospel music. People think that if people are not, they're not really breaking through. So a lot of you guys are just giving up. But first of all, you said you wanted to correct some of the impressions created last week. What is urban gospel music?
Thank you so much for having me, Nii, on your show, and big ups to your audience right now watching us. And but before I even get into that, let me just salute Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Last week Ricky really killed it.
Amazing.
I was watching, I was like, wow, this guy understands what's going on. You know, and also to Kobe Sam and also to Nick as well. You know, so they did well. Now let's get into urban gospel. What does urban gospel really stand for? What does it mean? You know, I've answered this question so many times. I mean, like, it's just crazy how people still don't get it. You know, like, urban gospel, it is not a genre. You know, I keep on saying it is not a genre or a type of music. It is a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It is a movement. Okay. It's a movement where a group of people have come to associate with that movement, and they are pushing different kinds of entertainment on that movement. Okay, so you can have a dancehall artist who associates with this movement called urban gospel and is doing dancehall urban gospel. Okay, you can have a hip hop artist who is in urban gospel hip hop music. Okay, you can have a spoken word artist who is doing urban gospel spoken word. Okay, so it's a lifestyle, a mind frame, you know, that you adapt, you adjust yourself to, and you follow with, and then you also try and use your various gifts and talents to push the gospel of Jesus Christ.
So how different is that urban gospel movement lifestyle from what the contemporary guys are doing, from what the traditional gospel people are doing?
Okay, so now, for instance, like, let's take for instance hip hop, for instance. Okay, hip hop it's a culture. Okay, it comes to the way you dress, you know, the way you talk, you know, the way you dance, you know, the kind of DJing that you use for your music and stuff. Like, you have graffiti in there as well, you know what I'm saying? So all of those elements form hip hop music. All right, so now when you say urban gospel, you know, we're talking about taking anything that is current, any entertainment form that is current, be it afropop, you know, be it dancehall, be it hip hop, you know what I'm saying, and then taking those elements and then adding Jesus Christ to it. Okay, now for you to do that, you need to first be a hip hop artist. You need to be first a dancehall artist and a Christian. Okay, then you can now
add to be a hip hop artist,
exactly,
dancehall artist,
yes,
then a Christian.
Yes.
Okay.
Before you can say, okay, I'm doing.
I like the last.
Yeah, that's very important. You cannot do just hip hop and say you're a gospel artist. It has to be a Christian version of hip hop. Okay, and so you have contemporary gospel artists, which is, for instance, like I understand it this way. Okay, you have traditional gospel. Okay, which is let's go to America, for instance. You have the Shirley Caesars, you know, you have the Rankin Knowledge, you have the Fred Hammonds, okay, and then a generation came and stepped in. Kirk Franklin came in, okay, and then fused it with something else, okay, and then we start exactly, and we start calling it contemporary gospel music. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing we have here. Okay, we used to have the Danny Nettes, we used to have the
Neo Kinds
and stuff like that.
Joe Metal,
and then we had a new generation coming through, Kwesi Orton and them coming in, and now they take what Dan Netta used to do, and now they fuse a new element into it, and then they form contemporary gospel music. Okay, it is still gospel. Okay, it is not. It's got nothing to do with urban. It's still, you know, where they're coming from is the Danette's side of things. You know what I'm saying? And then they just add a few urban things to it to make contemporary gospel music. Now you cannot say contemporary gospel music, urban gospel is contemporary gospel, but you can say contemporary gospel is urban gospel.
Wait, you can't say urban gospel is contemporary gospel. We can say contemporary gospel
is urban gospel.
Make it clear. Make it clear. Because
like I said,
contemporary gospel is urban gospel.
Like I said,
yeah.
Urban gospel is taking anything that is trending now. Okay, any form of entertainment that is trending now and adding Jesus to it. Okay, so I can take a gospel song. Let's say I can take a Ohima Mercy song. Okay, add some hip hop elements or some afropop element to her song, and it becomes urban gospel. Okay. So you can bring contemporary gospel into.
So there means an Ohima Mercy can do an urban gospel.
Exactly.
No, but
that's what we have. So urban gospel.
So why are people worried if in the urban gospel category of the National Gospel Music Awards we see artists like MOG? Why are people worried?
See, you can do an urban gospel song, but you're not an urban gospel artist. So they're two different things.
So MOG can do an urban gospel song,
but he's not an urban gospel artist.
But the category said urban gospel artist, and they put MOG.
Exactly. That's the differences right there. You know what I'm saying? What you call it? A JaySmoke can do a reggae song, but he's not a reggae artist.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we had all that confusion going on in there. You know what I'm saying? So if it was urban gospel song of the year. That's fine. So you can have everybody bringing their urban gospel. I mean, this guy JaySmoke, I got first. He won Afropop Song of the Year for everything.
My everything.
Yeah, it's an Afropop song. You know what I'm saying? But he's not an Afropop artist. You know what I'm saying? So you can do it, but that doesn't make you an artist. So if they say urban gospel artist, it's totally wrong. They have to just stick with urban gospel artist if you're saying urban gospel artist. But if it's an urban gospel song, then fine. You know, bring in everybody's.
So this let's do it. I think I had same concerns.
Yeah.
When I saw the urban gospel artist, I think I even called you.
Yeah, exactly. You tagged
then I was like, are these people urban gospel artists? I mean, because I'm getting confused at the point in time. And I have issues with a lot of their categorization, but that's another issue for that. But let's go on. You've been doing this for like 10 years. You started with lives like Nazareth, Regardless,
Preachers,
Adam Evangelist, and it looks like along the way, I asked Kobe some the same question. Along the way, I think they give up like, gosh, because I remember Preachers got nominations at VGAs, Group of the Year, Psych Music Video Awards. I remember some 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. We were all over the place, but now I don't hear of them. And right now I hear of Kobe Sound. I hear of Ivan Scott. I hear of Bella 360. And I'm like, where are these old guys who started this? Wait, are they giving up?
No, some of them are married, so. Some of them are married, you know. So I mean, some of them have responsibilities now, so you know, it makes it very difficult to do something that doesn't really pay, you know, and still try and take care of your family. It doesn't pay in the sense that we're not looking at the money part of it. You get what I'm saying? We're not trying to make so much money out of it and forget the reason why we're doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? In the first place. I mean, if you're going out there to evangelize to people, you're going to the street to evangelize to those who don't know Christ and those kind of things. You don't expect to pay for them to buy your stuff. You're supposed to give it out to them for free, and then God rewards you in His own time and in His own way. So most of these things are not based on how much money can I make, and whatnot. So every now and then people get shows. People get gigs here and there, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot of times, So, if you are like a family man, you really have to get your 9 to 5 going correct. That one is number one priority. Make sure that one is sorted out. And then you I
know losing works as a bank. I think Evan Scott is in his own business. Exactly, he's doing importation. Kobe Sam works with the dad. So you need to
I'm one person who advocates for making sure that you're taking care of your business side of things. Your career is well taken care of, and then you use that to support whatever God has given you. I don't believe that you should go full into.
So where's Nazareth?
Nazareth, he's doing his thing. I mean, he's really doing his thing. He's working. I think. I'm not sure, but I've seen him working with a lot of local churches. He does a lot of tree and very deep rooted, dialect and stuff. So I've seen him working with a lot of local churches, doing some of those very typical local worship songs and stuff like that. And I feel like Charlie, man for chop,
So you agree with me when I say then they think urban gospel is not giving them the recognition, the fame, the money probably they are feeling that's not their calling.
Okay.
So let me go and do worship. Let me go and do contemporary. Let me go and do traditional gospel. I'll get the money. I'll get the fame. People will call me for gigs.
Well, it's not for everybody. Urban gospel is not for everybody. You know, so if like I said earlier, if that's what you're looking for fame, you're looking for breakthroughs, you're looking for riches and whatnot, and you think you're gonna get an urban gospel, you know, we are not there yet. You know, we're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I think last week you were talking about contemporary gospel, how they struggle in the beginning and stuff like that. You know, so you know, if at that time Joe Meta had given up, he will be chopping what he's chopping today. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I guess the Brentons won't be where they are today. You know, so if you cannot go the long road with us, you know, and see the future from now, and you want everything now, you know, it's not going to work for you.
But the road is kept long.
You say? Yeah, I mean, definitely, the road has kept long, and there's a reason for that. And you guys talked about it last week. So you know,
I think of Kobe Sam, you know, I know Kobe Sam is not spent. You spent like almost 10 years. Kobe Sam is like 5 years. So what's the major reason?
Oh my goodness, the major reason: support
from
your own people. That's basically it.
The other urban gospel.
No, Christians.
From Christians.
Basically, that's the fundamental.
They are not accepting the urban gospel.
No, like I said, man, urban gospel is a lifestyle. Okay, and Christians are not ready to accept that lifestyle.
Okay,
they're not ready to accept someone with rings on stage, with braids on stage, kids jumping up and down on stage. They're not ready to accept that kind of lifestyle. Okay, but if a Joe Meta does an urban gospel song, they will accept him.
Maybe because he doesn't have the lifestyle.
Because he doesn't have the lifestyle. He's not going to go on stage and jump and be, you know, putting on tattoos and you know, smoke everywhere. He's not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that is the fundamental problem that we have in all of this.
It's a lifestyle issue. So that's why they're not accepting. Because last week I called the pastor on the show, and the pastor said most of your songs are
I listened to that as well. back in, I think I was in Kumasi. Yeah, I think it was in Kumasi when we were growing up, you know, and we used to wear these big shirts, jeans, Timberland boots and stuff. A few years ago, it was Akata boys. You know, they see now, they say Akata 4, they are coming, you know what I'm saying? They are coming and stuff like that, you know. So they already painted you in a certain light. Okay, so before you even utter a word or say anything, they already have their own assumption of who you are and what you can offer and stuff like that. So even if they are thinking of doing a show or an event, okay, they're not going to think about you. Okay, until they're thinking about something that works with your theme. Okay, then the Akata boys don't call them, because we are coming to do something for this kind of people, so we need them for that kind of stuff. Okay, but if we're going to do a big show, you know, like dignitaries and whatnot, they don't have to think about you. You know, even though you can do what they want you to do, they're not going to think because of the way you look. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bottom line issue we have right now.
Okay, so I'll come back to some of the reasons. But if you are saying that they are not calling you for shows, like I said, myself and Nick were saying last week, 10 years ago when the contemporary gospel movement was starting, they were also not calling them for shows. So I think the artists themselves decided to do annual shows. So Joe did an annual show, Zuta did an annual show, Joshua Noche did an annual show, Akesi did an annual show. Okay. So why are you not championing your people to take up that money?
But before they did all those annual shows, they had support.
No, I remember Joe started from zero. I remember
very clearly on Sunny FM. 54 Cent. He was pushing the radio is one of the biggest platforms to push any movement. Radio. When I started radio, I started JaySmoke Cafe. I was in 2004, XFM. It was that was the period where urban gospel grew the fastest. I mean, you cannot undermine the importance of radio, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, like 54 Cent pushed the next generation gospel artists, and everybody accepted them. Okay, then they became big enough for them to be able to hold their own shows and get some crowd in there. Okay, right now there's no show as big as 54 Cent had that's pushing urban gospel on any platform, on any radio station. There's none. Okay, you have what you call it, shows down on what you call it on radio stations, and the time is just not factoring anybody. Okay, they'll put you in the beginning in the morning, like 4 p.m. at dawn. Who should be playing hip hop music at 4 p.m. in the morning? 4 a.m. in the morning. You know, or who should be playing dancehall music at midnight? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They don't give you any prime time for you to do what you gotta do. And let me tell you something. When I was on TV, okay, when I was on JH, when I was on TV doing my Sunday show and everything,
like
prime time, and urban gospel just shut up like that. People, you need to get people to know
So
this
you stopped because management changed hands.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it just went up. You know what I'm saying? So if the media is not going to push you, okay, and the Christian community are not going to accept you, you're just going to be playing for your own crowd.
But you have a show on Praise TV.
Yeah, but Praise TV is digital. How many people watch digital these days?
So for now,
if you're going to watch digital, you're going to watch TV. I mean, there's such a huge array of choices for you to pick from. You know, unless you're a devout, staunch Christian, before you say, okay, I'm going to stick on Praise TV. You know what I'm saying? You need to get on a mainstream secular station.
So you're saying that aside your show on Praise TV, there's no show in Ghana that plays only urban gospel.
The only show that is the biggest Christian entertainment show in the country is Footprint TV. How many times they play urban gospel?
Oh, but I know Footprint too as champion of
how many times? It's just 1 to 1 to 1 to.
I know they have a.
It's just 1 to 1 to 1 to.
No, because you know
that's the once a year.
They have only 30
and that's
minutes.
once a year.
They have 30
minutes in a year. In a week.
So probably that's why.
And that 30 minutes, it's not every episode that they even play urban gospel.
Oh, but you don't expect them to play.
That's what I'm saying. Their theme is not urban gospel. So if your theme is not urban gospel, your followers are not going to be thinking urban gospel. You get what I'm saying? They're going to be following your theme, and their theme is contemporary gospel. Okay. So most of their audience is contemporary gospel, and they just jump in one urban gospel. So what does that does to the audience? That okay, these are their afterthoughts. You know, okay, so there's somebody called this who does this thing, but still, my main focus is contemporary.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I'll come. I have some questions for you. Someone's asking, what is the lifestyle, please? Yeah, he was playing the lifestyle again, but you know Frankie 5.
Yeah. That's my boy. Shout outs, bro.
Yeah, he said, Nii, I love this guy. He's on fire. But you see, sadly, the church is refusing to accept them. What should they do now? Should they get out of the church and join the streets? What will the Christian fundamentalists do to people like this? It's sad. JaySmoke needs to return to mainstream TV and champion this agenda. I will cause this to happen.
Bless, bro.
Yeah, Frankie, thank you. Thank you.
You know.
So this is what Frankie 5 is saying.
Yeah, well, Charlie, he's my boy, man. Charlie, I've worked with him a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? I got first and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, Charlie, he's my boy. We go way back. Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So someone wants you to define the lifestyle again.
The lifestyle. I mean, like, how do I put it? It's how to define what you call it an afropop artist. Okay, hip hop artist, or you know, a dancehall artist. I mean, you take those kind of people and you take let's go secular for instance, okay, and let's take for instance a medical, okay. Look at him. When you see him, you see the hip hop artist, okay, from the way he talks, the way he dresses, you know, the style of music he produces, and you know, and the kind of life he lives. You know that he's a hip hop artist. Same with the dancehall artist, etc. Okay, now. Urban gospel, like I said, is a movement. Okay, one, we believe in Jesus Christ. That's a fundamental
movement.
Yeah. So one, we believe in Jesus Christ. Yes. And there's no doubt.
You have to believe in Jesus. Okay.
You have to believe in Jesus Christ. Okay. And two, you have a flair for any of these modern forms of entertainment. Okay. Okay. Be it hip hop, be it dancehall music, be it afropop, and whatnot. Okay. And thirdly, you are fusing that music, that flair for any of those urban contemporary music with your gospel, with your message of Jesus Christ. Okay, when you bring all those things together, then you're doing urban gospel music. Okay. But if you're doing hip hop and you don't have Jesus in it, obviously you're just doing hip hop music. You're not doing urban gospel music. So that's basically that's
basically the lifestyle. Yes. But you smoke. You're doing some songs.
Yeah.
But I mean, you stopped like.
As in me personally doing music?
Yes.
No.
You're just championing.
Yeah, I just bring people together. That's what DJs do.
So you just bring them together. I
just bring them together, do the cypher, push them out there, and then wherever God takes them, God takes them.
So I saw I think during the COVID time I saw the urban gospel. I think you people were annoyed that hip hop the Hope concert there was no urban gospel artist. So you did a whole urban gospel virtual concert. I was watching a lot. I was shocked at the number of artists that were on. I was like, oh, this is what urban gospel artists. Were you behind it?
That was, I think, someone. That was someone.
Yes, someone.
That was someone.
Someone was behind it. But you were there?
Yeah. No, I was not there. I think I was in Kumasi at the time or something.
Yeah, you were in Kumasi at the time. Okay.
I think I was in Kumasi at the time, yeah.
So do you
wait, was I there?
I didn't see your stage anyway.
I think I was there. That was at
CJ's studio.
Yes, I was.
Perfect. But my question is, so how do you bring all these people together?
Yeah.
Because now that there are no avenues, how do you try to push your songs through mediums? You know, now we have gospel bloggers. Some 7-8 years ago, we don't have gospel bloggers. Do you engage them? Do you engage other forms, new media? How are you helping your people, since you're kind of the leader of this? How are you helping your people push this agenda?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, we are engaging all the bloggers that we need to engage, you know. But the thing is, I mean, like I always say, we are preaching to the choir, you know, which is basically we are preaching to our own circles. Okay, and for me, that's not a problem, you know. Like I said before, like if you take 10-15 years ago, okay, and we take, at that time Samini was reigning, okay, and he was reigning because his audience were in the same age category as he was, and they understand the kind of music that he was doing. Okay, fast forward 15 years down the line, they've all grown up. Okay, they're not paying much attention to music like they used to do back then. Okay, so that makes it look like as if Samini is fading out of the system. 15 years back in line, people like Bandana, people like Sarkodie, they were still in the system, but they were not capturing the market as much as Samini was doing, because their audience were younger then.
It's true.
Okay,
so the audience grew with them.
Yes, 15 years down the line, now the audience have grown with them, and they're the ones spending money to receive whatever they have to produce. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, like just because your audience is small now, okay, what you have to do is that you need to keep growing with them. Okay, keep producing music that they want. I mean, like Ricky was saying last week, like when you go to Lighthouse Chapel, you know, almost all their team events, it's urban gospel music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go to Christ Embassy.
Yeah.
Urban gospel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
It's urban gospel. You know, but because they are young, they cannot spend as those who are spending now can spend. You know, we think that they're not doing anything. There's no money in the system. But 10 years from now, when they have their own jobs, you know, they have married and they have their own kids and stuff like that, and they are paying attention to these people, if they've not stopped, you know, that's when we'll see, you know, the crop, the results of what they did now. You know, so I don't feel like, you know, it's a loss. You know, everything grows. You know, if you plant a seed today, you don't expect it to grow tomorrow. It's going to take some time to grow. You know, so just keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, and at the time when your audience grow with you and they get to that point where they can spend, oh Charlie, you reap your benefits.
My brother Joe is enjoying.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I mean it's not like say Joe just came and then all of a sudden, you know, the audience just came into the picture. You know what I'm saying? He's built this legacy over a period of years, you know, and he's grown his fan base over the years, and now that they've grown to a level where they can actually appreciate him, he's reaping the benefits from it.
But you're a Christian DJ, you're an urban gospel DJ. Where do you get your gigs? Where do you play your gigs? Do they call you into the church to play shows, or where do you play your shows?
Okay, so on this, let me salute every single couple who has employed me to DJ at their wedding.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I give them so much respect.
Music,
you know, as for that, you know what I'm saying, I give them so much respect because, Charlie, you go to a Christian wedding and the songs they are playing at a Christian wedding.
No dolly. Hey. But we have a lot of urban gospel songs.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when I get couples to call me to come and perform to come and DJ at their wedding, it's just inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It just shows that they believe in what you're doing, and I mean, God bless each and every one of them. You know, so that's where I get most of my gigs from. You know what I'm saying? And churches, I don't remember last time a church had actually called me to come and DJ and you know, insulted me. And you know, I don't remember. It's mostly church gigs.
Are you still with Empowerment?
That's another day. That's another day.
So are you so you agree with those people who are saying that okay, urban gospel artists stop focusing on the churches, stop giving them pressure to play your songs. Let's move around, play it at parties, Christian parties, push your songs at Christian weddings, push your song the other way around, and the churches will accept it.
But like I said, how many? You see, it's the people the demand for it that determines the supply. Okay, if there's no demand for it, there's not going to be a supply for it. Okay, so if Christians are not demanding for this content, you know, a DJ cannot go and play what he wants to play. It's what the people want. That's what you play. So if a couple decide that, Charlie, no, I want Joe Metal, you can't play Kobe Sound. They will not accept it.
No, but they can play only Joe Metal throughout there. Right?
They want Joe Metal, Akesi Brempo, they want MOG, they want Celestin Donko. They don't want.
It's a 2-3 hour wedding. They can't.
What I'm saying, Joe Metal, they branch into urban gospel space now.
No, but you know, there's a part of the wedding that you know you need danceable tunes.
Kofi Kakai is actually doing urban gospel right now. Kofi Kakai, who is a contemporary gospel artist, you know what I'm saying? And look at how far the song is going. Because Christians accept his lifestyle and they don't care for, you know, whatever it is that it's coming with, because he's not associating himself with that kind of lifestyle. He's just doing music that's what you call it, resonates with them, you know, and it's going far.
So per that example, won't you agree that okay, let's change your lifestyle so we can do good music?
How do you change lifestyle? I'm a hip hop fan.
Because you're saying that yes. they've accepted his lifestyle.
No, I'm saying that because you've accepted my lifestyle, what you call it, you don't accept my lifestyle, doesn't make me wrong.
No, it doesn't make you wrong, but you're saying that they are not accepting your lifestyle.
Why aren't you accepting my lifestyle?
But they have accepted Kofi Kakai's lifestyle.
Why aren't you accepting my lifestyle?
And they are playing his music.
Why aren't you accepting my lifestyle?
No, I mean, there are reasons best known to them, not me.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
I don't know. So why are you not accepting their lifestyle? 054 752 hour 3. Why are you not accepting their lifestyle? 054.
Why would the pastor say that I will not allow you to come and stand on my stage and perform your song? No, because
probably because of the lifestyle. Probably because of the lifestyle. Their hair braid.
Why?
Maybe
is it wrong?
They believe.
You're a Christian. You're not supposed to look at how I look like. You're supposed to look at what's in my heart. What content am I coming out with? That's what you're supposed to look at as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And these same Christians who, like I'm saying, Christian weddings, they will be playing Shatta Wale, they will be playing Kwame Eugene, they will be playing all those things. The same Christians.
Yeah. They are not accepting you.
Yeah. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like they've developed this concept that gospel music should be this, and this.
Probably that's their orientation.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how they saw.
And there's no, you don't.
That's something. Probably that's that.
But we need to change that. There's no, you cannot change people to you cannot change a group of young people who love hip hop music, who love dancehall music, and say because Christianity or this group of Christians say that it's wrong, that you should change, because it is not wrong. If it was wrong, fine, then fine, you have no reason but to change. But it is not wrong. The Bible does not say it is wrong to wear baggy jeans. The Bible doesn't say it is wrong to use smoke in your videos. You know what I'm saying? The Bible doesn't say it's wrong to cornrow or earrings. The Bible doesn't say anything of this is wrong. It's just the way we think, and we think, okay, this is associated with thieves and hooligans and thugs. Okay, so because of that, we don't want that in our space, and it's wrong.
I know it's wrong, but my point is simple. You've been doing it for years. They're not accepting the lifestyle. They're not accepting.
Yeah, but we're not doing it for them. Then we're doing it for those on the streets.
But those on the streets have accepted it.
Yeah.
Then you should be complaining. If the streets have accepted it, it will come to radio. But
yeah, I always say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always get this thing so twisted. Like, Charlie, we have something called an audience of one. Okay. The Bible does not say if you have a ministry, or if what you call it, 10,000 people are saved. Okay, then heaven rejoices. Okay. The Bible says that if one person is saved, heaven throws a party. Okay. Just one person. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about the numbers. Okay? It's about reaching that one kid, that one boy, that one girl out there on the street, in school, in the high school, in university, to appreciate gospel music, to follow Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? And if that has been done, I mean, Charlie, that's all the blessings that we need. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, for me to say that, Charlie, okay, you're not getting awards, you're not, getting 1 million views, you're not getting, this recognition and that. For me, it's just earthly achievements. It's going to do with heaven achievement. And I know that, Charlie, heaven is rejoicing every time we go out on the streets and we minister to these kids. Yeah, and that's what matters. It's not about, Charlie, who's paying for your song, how many songs are you selling on Spotify or whatnot. That's
so
not.
So what are your top 10 urban gospel artists in Ghana?
Hey, Charlie, why? Why? Hey, no.
Okay, just listen. Probably some don't know them.
Okay, I'm just going to name some people and just find them.
Some will go on YouTube and go and search for them.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, Preachers is there. Okay, so those who are currently doing stuff.
Wait. I mean, let's take a Preachers. What are they?
They're doing stuff. Like I'm saying, man, Charlie. There's no church teen. There's no church teen event. Church teen event, Lighthouse, Christ Embassy, ICGC that you attend, that these people's songs are not going to be played. Belak, Preachers.
That's true.
Kobe Psalm.
That's true.
Edem Evangelist.
That's true.
Maybe I'm forgetting a few, but these guys, because of the way they project afropop music, there's no way you go for any of these events that you don't get the songs played. Okay, but because they're not being...
But those times, Preachers was getting a lot of events, but now they don't get the events as they're getting.
COVID-19 happened.
Oh, before COVID.
Are you sure?
Oh, before COVID.
Are you sure?
Oh, boy.
Or you should check. You should check.
Before COVID.
Are you sure?
Oh, no. But COVID, they happened to everybody, so everybody's getting dropped last year. But 2019, I can't really tell, but I saw them doing stuff.
I saw them doing a lot of high school tours as well. You know, someone was doing a lot of high school tours. You know, yeah, they were doing stuff.
No, but before that, like 2017, 2016, when it comes to industry events like MTN starts in worship, like, you know, at least you see one urban gospel.
They still do. That's the MTN standing worship still does, and what you call it, they don't focus on one person.
Last year they did only 4 people because of COVID. But the year before, they paraded a lot of artists. There was no urban gospel. I remember. Yeah, I remember. I don't know. But I know Kinsk has been there. Yeah, I know Preachers has been there. You know, I know Perez has been there. Yeah, Perez. You know, yeah. Please, Perez was an urban gospel artist. I did hear. So Perez decided to. So Perez decided to do the contemporary Lebatesa and then fine. But Perez, you go back to urban gospel.
No, he's not left. It's still in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Still the mix.
He's just rebranding himself and then, you know, solidifying the foundation. And then when it's done with that, you know, definitely.
But do you feel disappointed when someone does that, try to divert to make name, to get fame, to make a statement? You know, do you feel disappointed? One of your people?
I wouldn't lie. Yeah, I do feel a bit disappointed. You know what I'm saying? But Charlie, that's their calling. You know, I mean, they always say, man, that's what God told them to do. So if God told me to do that, how can I say no to that? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel disappointed, but Charlie, the journey has to continue. Oh, Charlie, we don't start. We're not gonna start till 6 feet deep.
Let me wrap up with my amazing. I think a lot of people love you. Some of you want to go and listen to your song. I think. So Daniel Dax is in the UK. He says he loves you and what you do. He has a show. I think he wants to interview you. So
nice.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Minister Kobe Music said GH Urban Gospel is not about numbers, it's about the impact you serve to one soul. Okay, that's great. The impact you serve to one soul. Mustafa says he's watching from New York. Okay, and hello lot. So fine, myself and my team of producers, you say you're not giving up.
Yes.
Till everybody hears of Urban Gospel. And Frankie, we're going to have a conversation with Frankie to also chat a course. Nice. So let me get your final words.
Yeah, my final words is, I mean, Charlie, like anybody who's in urban gospel out there, to not give up, man, Charlie. You can't give up now. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe, Mr. Kobe said earlier on, man, Charlie. It's not about the numbers. You know, it's about reaching that one person. You know, so I mean, like if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Spotify, if you're on repjesus.com, anywhere you are, you know, and you are reaching one person. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's all that God is looking out for. That one person that your music is reaching. It doesn't have to be 10,000. It doesn't have to be 20,000. Don't mind what the media or the, you know, whoever is saying. You know what I'm saying? They are reaching 1 million people. You are reaching one person. It doesn't matter. The Bible says that if one person is saved, heaven rejoices. So just watch out and look out for that one person. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't be complacent. Don't just be stuck in that small bubble and feel like, Charlie, I'm doing this and so I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, let's try as much as possible to try and reach out to as many people as we can. You know what I'm saying? What are people out there looking out for? What do they want to hear? You know, today we live in a generation where afropop is like key. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's king. You know, so so try and be updated with the trends and what's going on currently, and then Charlie, try and push your music.
But before you go, another question I'm getting. should you also try collaborating with some of the contemporary gospel guys? You try and get your works out there.
Oh, definitely. You know what I'm saying? We welcome that so much. So, but it seems like, you know what I'm saying, our pleas are falling on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I feel like, you know, some of them don't understand. Like I said, it's a lifestyle thing. A lot of people don't appreciate the lifestyle. They don't want to be associated with that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So, if you try and approach them, you know, they tend to have a very defensive. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? And
because I know Joe has done a song with Kinskid.
Yeah, you know, but how far did they go? Did they shoot a video for that? You know, did they promote that song? You know, so if I go on Joe's profile right now, Instagram or Facebook, did they even do anything about the song? You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to. I don't know how. It's like saying, okay, I'm a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want people to not know that I'm a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't want to be associated with that because they fear that a certain crowd will see them in a certain way, you know, so they try and distance themselves from it, you know. But I really, you know, have respect for, you know, I think is this Celestine Donko? Yes, Celestine she did a song with Kobe Sam.
Yeah, Celestine Donko.
I don't know if it's Celestine Donko or, you know, one of them. And then Oyima Messi, you know, those kind of people who are open, you know, to embrace these guys, you know, and help them push. But I think they should do emoji, for instance. He's doing crazy things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I mean, we need stuff like that, you know. But it can't be a one-off thing. That's why we need our own space on media, you know, where we know that every week, even it's 30 minutes or, you know, whatever, every week we're just pushing urban gospel into people's faces, you know. And, you know, that's one of the biggest ways in which we can get this thing out there, you know. But definitely the collaboration definitely needs to come. I want to see Joe Metzo and Bella do a collaboration very soon, you know. It will be dope.
Yeah, that's what
it will be dope. It will be dope, man.
Okay, let me read some messages before you go. The Ghana Urban Gospel fraternity itself doesn't support each other. Let's start from there and we shall see a big difference. JaySmoke is doing his bit, but the fraternity is dragging things.
Yes.
GH Urban Gospel is a movement. They should have that in mind. You know, one of the 3 reasons I'm still in Ghana, but still the fraternity doesn't know that, doesn't know where they are. It's a movement and not cliques. This from Minister Kobe. Mr. Kobe is passionate about urban gospel. He's a dancehall artist. Yeah, he's passionate about urban gospel.
One of the dopest dancehall artists in the country.
That's crazy dancehall, Charlie. But you see, our people have not accepted gospel dancehall.
That's it.
Let me tell you.
Akese will do it and they'll be like,
No. Let me tell you. If our reggae, we're suffering to enter through. So you have to do worship. You have to do afropop. And then, it's serious, Charlie. So, someone say big ups to JaySmoke. I see you, JaySmoke. Shout outs to JaySmoke Mensa. You've been a great pillar and backbone to this movement, supporting urban gospel from day one. God bless you so much. We love and appreciate your effort. This is from Emmanuel Chinosu. Okay, thank you very much. So this was grateful. Since you are still on this agenda, we will still call you.
Thank you so much.
We're grateful.
Thank you so much.
We're grateful. Next week I'll try and have other artists. I want to interview some more artists. I want their faces to go. So I'll try and interview some more artists. So
we appreciate. I mean, Charlie, any support that we get, we appreciate it big time. I'm saying.
I'll talk to my people here to see if we could do some more urban gospel and all of that. Would be Charlie, grateful.
Thank you so much, man.
So JaySmoke is I call him the captain of urban gospel music. He's been talking about gospel for God knows how long. From when I was hosting the show on Sunny FM, and this guy is talking about gospel. He's still talking about gospel. And JaySmoke.